I mean, only
Mario, why
reason
you get you
BBMC
fucked?
pushing that war is to push their
Everyone
reputation in
trying
Los
it, man.
Santos.
Alright,
Yeah,
what was
100%.
that
And
girl's name that you,
bro, so
were
this is
talking
what I
to
was
the
going to
other day?
explain
Go on.
earlier that I didn't get to explain. And anyone, you lot can clip this if you want or make it a video, whatever. Here's why it makes sense. I know gangs are scared, but here's why gangs shouldn't complain about war in CG. Yeah, here's why. In real life, you have different levels of criminals and organizations. You have the very top level, which is mafia and cartels. The reason why I say they're the top level is because mafias and cartels have, not only do they have all the illegal shit on lock, like, you know, they have all the product, like for example what Wayne is doing, making those guys buy from them, like forcing them into a headlock. You buy from us or you get smoke. That's mafia and cartel shit. You monopolize the drugs industry, you do that. Not only do they also do that, they also have legal businesses, right? Top level shit. So it's like, even when the cops try it, it's like, well, the money's already cleaned. You've seen films, you've seen series. Cartels do that shit. Mafias do that shit. That is CG. They are the top level organization in this city. So just by, you know what I mean? There's nothing you can do unless you try and do the same. If you try and make your army as strong by recruiting, like people's complain and say, oh, you know, everyone's joining CG. Bro, it's not CG's fault that people want to join. Make your gang the fucking lit shit and people will want to join your gang too, right? You can't blame CG for that. They're lit. What can you say? They got hella money, yeah, cool, but they didn't get there from nothing. They didn't just hand it on a plate, bro. They were built. Obviously they were built. So yes, they run the city in that aspect. They are the cartel. And then under the cartel you have big gangs. Yeah, you've got BBMC, you've got Ballers, you've got GSF, you've got HOA, you've got gangs that are massive. They still do their thing, but they can't monopolize the board because CG do, but they still do their thing. They're big gangs. You've got those guys. Then you've got smaller gangs, yeah, the pushers, you know, Zolo's gang, you know, you got the smaller lot. Who else you could say? The Marabuntas, they're not as big, you know, they're smaller. Italians, they're smaller. Zoo Mafia, they're smaller. They don't have the weight, they don't have the rep to go against these big gangs like that. They don't, but they are still a gang. Yeah, there is a hierarchy in real life and in the city. So what people should do is just accept that. Accept CG is the fucking top guys with all the shit, and sometimes swallow your pride and realize, you know what, I can actually make more money fucking with these guys. Have you seen Power? What happens in Power? Ghost wants to make a connection with the cartel and do business with them because he knows he can make more money by selling more products with the cartel, and it's people like Tommy and that kept fucking it up, right? It's the same sort of shit. It's like you can either go against them and get smoked or try not to. It's Scarface, the same thing. Scarface was working under the cartels, wanted to try and get big, ended up getting smoked by them. Like, bro, if you want the title, you gotta go against CG. And that's why I rate BBMC. I even rate BSK, because when they're ready, they don't have it. Like, the mistake BSK make and everyone else is they don't build their gang to be able to compete. You need to build your shit, build your money up, build your links, build your connects, to the point where you can match CG in every aspect. CB match CG in every aspect, but they're just not a gang that shoots. They're not a cartel that goes around shooting. CB to me are Oceans, you know, Oceans 11, Ocean 12s. They are intelligent, smart criminals with massive money and businesses. Dean, Buddha, you know what I mean? Like, they do their thing and they have the same links and connects CG do. Do you know what I'm saying? So my advice to every other gang is up your shit. If your problem is, oh, CG own everything, bro, how do you think they got there? Up your shit, bro. Up your shit. Recruit more people, train them up to be shooters like BBMC is doing. BBMC are becoming a fucking force, bro. They're becoming a force, and even CG knows it. Even CG is like, yo, these guys are banging out meth runs. They're getting hella guns. They're riding out on squads. They're rolling deep. The only thing BBMC don't have is like individual members that have their own businesses. Do you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, bro, either get with it or do something about it. You know what I mean? BBMC got 20 hangarounds. Exactly, they got bare hangarounds. Obviously, they have the issue of not being able to get people on. But if they had people on, BBMC are a fucking unit. And other gangs should take lead and notice and be like, you know what? Let's not complain about CG until we are the level where we can fucking say something. Because let's be real, a lot of gangs, you ain't that level. So when CG come knocking at your door, you have to bow down, because be real with yourself. You ain't levels. You can swallow your pride.
Yo, Mario,
Dislike it all you want, but what can I say? You're not cartel level. So yeah, you're gonna get smoked and get smoked by CG friends and whatever. That is what happens in real life. Do you know what I mean? But then you do have gangs who reach a certain level where CG have no choice but to respect you. They respect HOA. They see HOA do their things. They're good guys and they do their thing. They like it. As much as we're going to war with BBMC, CG 100% respect BBMC because they're not having it. They're showing, yeah, you lot might walk us, you know, walk all over us or whatever, but we ain't gonna lay down, bro. You're definitely gonna lose numbers. We're gonna drop you lot as well. We're gonna come to your block. We're going to come to your block. Do you know what I mean? Bro, street team are smoking marabuntas, Italians and Koreans all in one go. And then you're arguing with GSF. Why? Again, it's like, bro, that I think I saw Jalen's stream where the Korean, I think it was the Koreans, or was it Blunt? I don't know if Blunts are part of the Koreans, but Blunt came and made a deal with Wayne, and I was like, smart man. Smart fucking man, because you understand this is not your level. This is a cartel controlling shit. You know you can't do nothing about it. So what's the best thing you do? Make money with them and get under their wing. And then when you're ready to stab them in the back, you do that. When you're ready. All these other guys try and do shit before they've got the manpower, before they've got the weapons, and before you got the money. It's not gonna work. You won't win that way. And this is why slightly BSK are a threat, because see, when they're quiet, people don't know OTT's making hella money pushing. Do you know what I mean? Their gang is doing hella stuff, whether it's materials, selling guns, secondhand, whatever. Bro, they're doing stuff, they're building their shit so they can handle themselves. The only thing I think at BSK do wrong is they don't make friends. They don't make important friends. P Money and Denzel are cool. We can phone each other anytime. If I was OTT, I'd be telling Denzel, yo mate,
Mario,
do some shit with P Money. So then when we do have dramas with CG, it doesn't go how it normally goes. Make that connect, bro. Make that link. Whatever CG's doing, I want in as well. Make that link with P Money. Do some shit. Do you know what I mean? GSF right now, every time they've had a madness, they come to Street Team. Why? Because they're in business with Pigeon. It's one of the smartest moves.
Yo, I literally...
I can fix it.
It's one of the smartest moves, man.
He does work at the shop.
Yeah, I can fix it.
It's one of the it's one of the smartest moves, man. You know street teams are force. You know Wayne is fucks with street team. You know the weed industry. Instead of you getting into arms with guys you know can easily take over and shut your shit down, you get into bed with them. You get into bed with them. It's smart, man. It's like, come on, man. It's smart. It's like, come on. I wish some gangs just use their brain a bit. Because the Vargos were that. The Vargos became a rival cartel. At one point, everyone was like, ooh, could CG handle Vargos? Before Benji and everyone left. Because you had a lot of men in Vargos that had power. They had numbers, they had weapons, they had money, they had power. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But man, this guy has just been asking to get banned like for time. I just don't understand, man. Just get out. Just go, man. But yeah, like honestly, bro. And I guess that comes from because obviously people are RP and they've never actually been in a gang, or they might not know gang shit. But that is the hierarchy of the criminal life. That is the hierarchy. You have the cartels and the mafias at the top that do legal businesses and business with people. They have cops in their back pocket. How many series have you watched where Colombian cartels have cops on their payroll? That what can you say? So, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, what can you say? You're acting like this shit don't happen in real life, bro. You get me? So my point is, bro, make that connect. If you want to take top spot, bro, build up first. Scarface is a prime example. My man worked under them, built up, and every person who was above him, he ended up getting shoulders, rubbed shoulders with them, and he dropped them until the end of the film, where the cartel came. They came for him. You know what I mean? MDM, same thing. They were growing, they got a bench, they were getting guns, they got links, they got connects, they got money. Okay, now we can war BBMC. And they learned. You know what I mean? Whether they come out better or not, I don't know, but they you know, they did their thing, they learned. You know what I'm saying? Obviously the whole cop politics or whatever, but bro, I'm telling you, man. Politics as well. Look, we got the mayor. I said to Vinny the other day, yo, how much influence do we have on the mayor? He said, yeah, we can get that. You lot saw. We went and had the meetings about the gas stations. We got them all quick. Yeah, man, this one, cool, got this. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They can trigger Hell Week, link all the gangs. We brought, bro, man called a meeting for all the gangs. Every gang came. How can you not look at CG as the cartel of Los Santos and when you see shit like that happen? Like, come on.
Oh my God.
Come on, man.
Let me at least put this in my
And I'm not saying let CG walk all over you. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying be smart, man. Just be a bit smart. You know what I mean? Like, be a bit smart. You know what I mean? Be a little bit smart. That's all I'm saying, man. Be smart, man. GSF are smart, you know, they're still GSF, but they're a bit smart. They got business with pigeons, so that has built them a whole link with street team. You know what I mean? They're not bowing down, they're not fucking sucking street team's dick. No, they're just doing something where they can rub shoulders and be side by side with them. So if something does go off, there's more respect there than anything else. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then eventually you become friends.
That's pretty good, man.
And you got Ramee dressing up in green and mucking around, trolling and pretending he's JSF. That only happens when you build that. You know what I mean? And that's what I want. I'd love for BSK to do that. Build relationships with some top people.
Why?
And then it won't be as drama free. Because I saw when OTC was like, fuck that, I'm not dealing with that. And I just thought, it's based on like stuff he's had to go through in the past or whatever. But I do feel if they expanded more in a relationship with people they are cool with, like me, for example, bro, so much more RP and sick stuff can come from it. You know, we can still do conflict, but it will just be different. It will be this. I'm cool with Big Dundee and Valkyrae and fucking Pez. So when we do shit, it's funny. It's fun. It's great RP. We can crack joke and do fun shit. We could message each other and be like, yo, let's do a truce for 2 hours because of the thing, and the man's like, no comment, because we know each other, we're friends, it's different. But yeah, man, like, yeah, man, I do wanna see more shit like that. Like for example, GSF are linked to a street team, right, and CG because of Wayne. I would love to see like BSK linked more with like CB then, or GG, for example. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you've got that heavyweight behind you. GSF got a heavyweight behind them. Vargo's got a heavyweight behind them. Whatever. And then it's like it just creates more RP for everyone. But at the same time, if it does evolve into conflict, it's like people don't feel like they're gonna just get run over because they do have backing in different corners. But the only way you're gonna do that is if you fucking try to build actual strong relationships with people. You know. CB have a big dislike for OTT. That's never happening. Or I don't know this. You know, I haven't been around for long. I don't know why a lot of people don't like OTT. I've never had an issue with him. You know, I've never had an issue with it.